Fuck. I'm keeping that in. Happy Halloween, which is to say the middle of October. And so I'm doing a tier list of Halloween candy because let's get started. So first we have here 100 grand, which is it's okay. I guess I'll explain since I know a lot of those Europeans watch me. So 100 grand it's this like, it's got like caramel inside, right? You can see that. The issue is the outside is really hard, and also this picture makes it look like thicker. In reality, hold on. So in reality, it's kind of like you've got the outside, right? And this is hard chocolate all the way through. And you have just kind of, just a little bit, right? A little bit of caramel. And you break your teeth on this part. So, I mean, it's not like, would I be disappointed to get it? Yeah. But I'll still eat it. Mounds. I don't think I've had this version, so I don't know what that's about. Three Musketeers is also okay. It's kind of like a cross between a Kit Kat and a Twix, sort of, a little bit. It's not stellar. Yeah, it's just not that great. Ring Pops. Man, they look cool, but they're just inconvenient, and the ring is tiny, and I mean, okay, I get it. I'm an adult, and they're like for children. But it doesn't fit on my finger. And also, after you get like the outside, you're left with just the stub, and trying to get the candy off of that is impossible. So Ring Pops, they're not it, okay? We got Airheads. Airheads are good, but they have a strange texture. They're very... how do I describe this? It's kind of like chewy, but with sand. So they have strong flavors, but the texture could be better. Payday, hilariously, I haven't had, so I don't know. Almond Joy is S tier. They got a beautiful mix of coconut and chocolate, and if I were to have a complaint at all, it would be the almond in the middle. And honestly, okay, I don't like almonds. Almonds are kind of shit. Apples. I don't think this is Halloween candy. Does this mean like candy apples? Because I've seen candy apples before, and they're okay. The problem with candy apples is you have to chew through like the rubbery part to get to the apple, and it's this like strange mesh of textures where it's like chewy and then it's hard and then it's soft, and I don't think the flavors work too well. They're also just kind of too big and uncomfortable. You know, when you want a Halloween candy, you want to just open it, pop it in, done. Baby Ruth. It's like the rest of... It's just generic, you know? It's okay. It's like every other one of those candies that's like chocolate and it's got a crunch and it's got a little bit of caramel inside. It's like all of them. It's all the same. Blow Pop. Are these the lollipops? Blow Pop. They are the lollipops. Okay. I can say these are at least B tier because they're very flavorful, right? and also big. So you get your money's worth. And, I mean, money, but you get it for free. No fucking idea what these are. Butterfingers are good. They take what these three try, and they do it correctly. So, A tier. Candy corn. You know, a lot of people think it's just like garbage, but it's okay. Like, first off, no one gives you candy corn. It's not 1947. But whenever, like, you buy candy corn to just have it on a plate in the dining room, it's not bad. It's nice. What is that? Circus peanuts? No fucking idea what that is. Hershey's. Does that have, like, a special flavor on it? Cookies and cream. Cookies and cream Hershey's. Now, Hershey's does not have the greatest reputation when it comes to chocolate. But cookies and cream are phenomenal. It's basically everything. It's like a cheat code to making anything good. Cowtails. These are like sort of... I want to say frozen yogurt, but it's not frozen yogurt. It's kind of like yogurt that is freezing. It's okay. I'm not really into like milk as a treat. Crunch bars, S tier. They've got the perfect crunch. They have the little like texture stuff in the middle. It's wonderful. The chocolate itself also tastes good. It's made by Nestle, which means it's farmed by like 12-year-old slaves in Africa. But you have to separate the art from the artist. Dots. Dots are... Fuck. Okay. Dots are these, like, little gelatin tabs. They're kind of like your standard gummy candy, but they don't last very long. They're nice, and, you know, you open the package and it's cute. You know, hard to complain about. Bubble Bubble. Gum as Halloween candy is not good. Gum should be like something common, you know, something you have in the house and you just like chew on it when you want to. It's not Halloween candy. Dum Dums. These are lollipops too, but I would put them next to Blow Pops, but they're smaller. Although they taste better, I think. I'll leave them in B tier. They're lollipops, they taste real good, but they're kind of small. Fruit by the foot. These are A tier just because it's just a fun activity to roll them out, you know? You have this like rolled up thingy, and you unroll it, and it's 3 feet of candy, and you just like eat it and eat it. And really, by volume, it's not that much, but the act of unrolling it is fun. So, you know, you gotta give it to that. What do these say? I know what they are, but I can't read the name. Fruit Chews. These are like old people candy, right? They always have them. But the thing is, they're good. So I'm not gonna complain about them. They're just like chewy, fruity things. It's in the name. Gummy bears. Is there an argument there? Gummy bears are a classic. Easy S tier. And whenever you get those cute little bags, they're adorable. Hershey's, what is that? Milk chocolate with almonds, followed by milk chocolate. I don't like almonds. And really, this is just a better version of that. Although, Hershey's has like a strange taste to their chocolate. I think it's like an acquired taste. I've never been given Swiss Miss chocolate milk on Halloween, but if someone did give it to me, that's kind of fucking sick. Jawbusters, no idea. Jelly Belly. They're just not good. They're jelly beans, but the flavors always taste stale. And Jelly Belly just isn't good. They're not good. Jolly Ranchers. They're very flavorful, but such a pain to eat. And, you know, every kid does that thing where you, like, bite on it as hard as you can, like with your molars, just to see, and then it sticks to them. And then, like, for a couple minutes, you struggle to open your mouth because your jaw is stuck together. And you get that little moment of panic of, like, fuck, it's over. But, it's not over. Because once your, like, little enzymes get in there, they clean it up. And yeah, they're pretty good. And usually, because they're small and they come in these giant packages, you always get, like, take 2 or 3. Jolly Ranchers, but in these. I have only had these once, ever? So I don't really remember what they're about. What the fuck is that? Juicy Drop. I don't know. Kit Kat. It's between A and S. I think they're S tier. Kit Kats are good, right? Kit Kats, you know, the experience of eating them is fantastic. But, you know, the chocolate does melt a smidge when you're holding it. So, you know, eating it is a little bit awkward, but it's great. Delicious taste. Laffy Taffy. They're like Airheads, but without the peculiar flavor, or without the peculiar texture, and they also don't last as long. But I'd say they're about the same level. Lemonhead. Who buys this? Nobody likes the flavor of lemons in candy, especially hard candy. Whenever I used to get these, I'd be disappointed. Twizzlers. It's like chewing on rubber. Rubber with like a tiny little bit of flavor. And these are the black Twizzlers especially, which I've never had, but I'm just, you know, generalizing the regular Twizzlers. What about over here? Jolly Rancher lollipops, it looks like? No idea. Mike and Ike. These are like Jelly Belly done right. And that's just because they only have a couple flavors, right? A couple flavors. They're very fruity. Very nice. That's it. Milk Duds. It's okay. The problem is, they come in like, I think it's a package of 3 or 4. And they're okay. And 3 or 4 is not enough to like satiate you. So it is what it is. Milky Way, A tier. It's one of the classics, you know. Good stuff. Oh yeah, I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's like the rest of these, you know, these, fucking these. Milky Way is part of that group. It's chocolate around a wafer. It's got some caramel inside. M&M's. I'd love to put these in S tier, but after you eat like 7, the rest of them are kind of mediocre. But they're really good when you start. Mr. Goodbar. Mr. Goodbar is... It's like Crunch, right? But instead of these, like... I don't even know what it is. You have, like, bits of peanuts, right? It gives a nice little peanut butter flavor. It's good. But they're very small. They end too fast. What is that? Nerds Rope? No idea. Regular Nerds, though. These are like little lumps of candy that you eat. And I'm a fan. The flavors are always kind of mediocre. But whenever you like throw it in your mouth, it's like you're chewing on gravel. Which doesn't sound good, but it is. And it's so weird, you know? It doesn't sound like you want to chew on gravel, but it's good. I think these are just generic hard candies. You know, okay. No complaints, really. They've got flavor. I mean, if they have flavor, then they're good. If not, then, I mean, they're kind of bad. But really, it's like, these are the old people candy that's, like, stereotypical. Peanut M&Ms. I don't think they're as good as regular M&Ms. Because the peanut inside takes up so much volume that it overwhelms the chocolate. And also, because it's, like, such a big M&M, you only get, like, 7 or 8 of these in a package. So it's not that good. Pop Rocks. Pop Rocks are like Nerds, but carbonated. And although you don't get these often, they're pretty good. Popcorn. I've never had anyone give me popcorn. But even if they did, I don't know, does it have salt? Does it have sugar? What the fuck do you... I don't know, that's a dumb one. Fun Dip. So Fun Dip, it comes with this, like, popsicle stick out of some kind of edible material. I don't know what it is, but it has 0 flavor, right? It has 0 flavor and it's hard. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, like, lick it and then dip it into the, like, the powder that comes with it. It's like Kool-Aid powder or something, I don't fucking know. But you dip it in, and then you're supposed to, like, lick it off or bite it off or something, I don't know. But Fun Dip is held back by this stupid flavorless stick that is hard and, like, just throw it away and just, I don't know, keep the sugar, put it on something. It's, like, I mean, if you're missing half the candy, I can't really say much more than C tier, right? What's that? Push Pops. Ooh, Push Pops. These are so cool until they're not. The gag of them is cool, but it doesn't justify it. Red Hots, I don't know what that is. Reese's Pieces are like M&Ms, but better. And right next to that are the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups themselves, which are the greatest Halloween candy that you can get, bar none, as long as you're not allergic to peanuts. If you are, these are pretty bad. But peanut butter cups are, you know, you've got chocolate, you've got peanut butter inside, perfection. Whenever you see, like, YouTube ads for candy, like, it's always candy that's not fantastic. Like, you know, everyone's seen the ads for a fucking Airheads, right? You're like, oh, we're in an Airheads commercial. Everyone's seen, like, the Skittles commercials. Oh, Skittles are down here. Everyone's seen those commercials. But the Reese's commercials are something else, you know? In those commercials, the guy that voices them is so cocky, but he's so right. These are just the best, you know? It doesn't fucking matter how annoying the ad is. It doesn't matter how pretentious it is. When you get one of these, you are satisfied. And Rolos are kind of like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, but I don't think they're filled with peanut butter. I can't remember what they're filled with, but they're okay. Did not mean to put it there. They're fine. They're fun to eat because they're small and a little chewy, so you pop them in, and it's great. But they're okay. Sweet Tarts. How do I even compare this to something? Sweet Tarts are like... when you're like elderly grandparents have that like bottle of pills and they open it up and it's like the day of the week is Wednesday, you gotta take these pills and it's got a bunch of tablets in them. Those are Sweet Tarts. They're not very good, and they're basically the same as Smarties, which are also not very good. I genuinely can't tell the difference between them. They look like tablets and they don't really have much flavor. Meh. Skittles. I like Skittles. They're better than M&Ms. I'll say that much. That's not controversial. I'll put them in S tier, but it's kind of like low S tier. It's on the border. you know, border of S and A. Slim Jim. I think this is like meat or something. I've never had it, especially on Halloween. Snickers. A tier. Snickers also does a lot of commercials. You're not you unless you have a Snickers. You're not, I think it's you're not you when you're hungry. It's okay. Snickers is fine. It's honestly, if you gave me a Milky Way and a Snickers, I would not be able to tell you the difference. Sour Patch Kids. They're chewy, they're sour, perfect. Just fun experience. Overall, no complaints. Sour Punch. Bites? What does that say? Sour Punch Bites? I don't know. Never had it. Starburst. Starburst. Ooh, Starburst. That's an interesting one. Starburst depends heavily on the flavors you get. If you get cherry and strawberry, they're S tier. If you get lemon and orange, they're C tier. This is like, it's not really B tier, you know? It's kind of an artificial position. Swedish Fish. You take Sour Patch Kids, you remove the sour. It's just not as good. Tootsie Roll Pops. These are basically the same as Blow Pops. I could not tell you the difference. And then we have Tootsie Rolls down here, which are just not as good. It's like you chew on it, and I think it's, what is it? Is it toffee? It's basically chewy, small bit of fucking whatever. Yeah, it's alright. Trolley. These are like a softer type of gummy bear, because the thing with gummy bear, or I guess Haribo Gold Bears, they're kind of tough. You know, you chew on them a little bit before they break. These break apart fast. And these, I can see they say sour. So I'm gonna say it's also with Skittles. You know, it's like low S tier. Twix is S tier because it does what these two do better. And that's because the ratio of caramel to wafer is different. Whereas these have a lot of caramel in them. This one is mostly wafer with a little bit of caramel, so that's better. Oh, we have more Twizzlers. None of them are good. Warheads. Warheads are good. Warheads are good. But they come in packages of one. Like, when you get one tiny little schmooble of a candy, it's kind of, and it's not like they're strong flavor. They're hard candies, right? And they're covered in sour. And yeah, I mean, when you start eating it, it's an incredible experience. It's like so sour. Your entire mouth is like, ugh. But then after like 20, 30 seconds, you're left with just a ball of hard. And there's not much more to it. They're B tier for the beginning, but then they drop off. I mean, they have a good start, and they drop off fast. Overall, kind of B tier. Sour Patch, did I not? Oh, these are just like the watermelon ones. It's the same. It's basically the same thing. Werther's Originals. Butter candies. I've never had that. I've never even seen that. Whoppers. Whoppers are pretty good. Whoppers, in my head, are like Milk Duds, but better, right? First off, they come in a more fun package. And second off, they're always spherical, as opposed to Milk Duds, which are like weird shaped. So yeah, here's the list of Halloween candy. Do I have anything else to say? No. Alright, bye-bye.